me again, coming from the LR. And I know it's been a while. A lot has happened throughout this time. And the thing I want to start at talking about is Kobe Bryant. And not about, this controversy that's going on now. Don't really and truly want to get into that, but just want to talk about Kobe Bryant as a person, as a player. Um, Kobe Bryant was a great basketball player. And I know my boy Ty probably finds it hard, for me saying this, and I've said it to him before, simply because he was and he is a diehard Laker fan, always have been, and very big on Kobe, and I used to, be the person that kind of throw little darts in terms of like Kobe's game, or whatever. But I did that mess with Tyrone, but bottom line of it is that Kobe was one of the greatest to ever play the game. And I will go as far to say this, that when he retired from basketball, a lot of my passion for the game left with him. Because Kobe is one of those who I say, like is a dying breed. And the excitement that he brought, was excitement I was accustomed to from, other players prior to him. And I think that type of excitement for the game, for me, left when Kobe retired. But what Kobe did after retirement, is something that definitely have to give him credit for. The type of person he was and the type of man that he was. And one thing that has come out throughout this tragedy, with Kobe, is that the recognition of the girl dads. And there's a lot of girl dads out there, and there's been a lot of posting, showing, that, girl dads and their dedication, to their daughters. Uh, and that's really good. There's a lot of girl dads out there. I mean, of course, logic would tell you that as many females that are born from year to year and usually outnumbers the number of males, well, then therefore there should be a lot of girl dads out there. And, everyone knows that. Well, not everyone, but most people know that, I have the three girls. And, the thing of it is that all of my friends, except for one, all of my close friends, all of them had daughters. Uh, Now, friend Don, he had boys. But anyway, my brother-in-law, Pat, he and Lisa, they had three girls. And most of the time, just like it was with me, the third one, I mean, after you have two, most of the time, you're good, you're satisfied. But Cheryl wanted to try again for a boy. And you'll find that that's the case most of the time. You know, most of the time, the guys, we're like, we're fine, we're good. And I know Pat, he said the same thing. But Lisa want to try, one more time for a boy. And like I told Cheryl, okay, if it's not a boy this time, then that's it. I said we're cutting it there. I said cause I'm going to see the doctor, Dr. Moskowitz, very good doctor. And when Pat was talking to me and he mentioned the fact that Lisa wanted to try, I said, all right, well I'm gonna tell you, this is what I told your sister, and I think you should heed the same advice. If it's not a boy, well, you need to go see Dr. Moskowitz. I said, because your babies usually end up over my house, and which was true. And sure enough, when Sierra came, and so Dr. Moskowitz. Now, my brother-in-law Freddie, his first child was a girl, Shatara. You know, Shatara was the oldest of that particular group of grandchildren. But after that, he had boys. You know, he had Brandon, little Freddie, and then Jared. Yeah, I think I sent him to Dr. Moskowitz too. You know, that boy was kind of potent it. So I said, you need to have something done. But anyway, the girls grew up very close, and there were a lot of times that Patrick's girls were usually like maybe with me on occasions, you know, over the house. And during the time period, you know, it was like Pat was working on the weekends, and Lisa, she was going out of town to conventions and everything with her mom and her sister. And there were times that Cheryl had to work, and I would be there with all six of the girls. So I jacked up a lot of heads. I know that. But also spent a lot of time with them, you know, and we had a lot of things to do. We had music, we had dance and running back and forth. And at the time, drove a big SUV, and it was always, you know, funny when people would notice that there's six little heads in there, and I would always get asked the question, um, "All those yours?" You know, and I say, "Well, basically, yes. Three of them are my daughters, and the other three are my nieces." And so, even to the point, like the girls we even know, we go to a restaurant, and people would look, and then you know maybe Alana, somebody said, "Daddy, you know, they're about to ask you the question." You know, and which was always the same question. But I had a lot of fun. I mean, I enjoyed it. The girls grew up close together, and they were close to Freddie's boys too. Brandon, little Freddie, and Jared. Uh, and Jared, you know, he's something else. He really and truly is someone who touches your heart. But anyway, the most one of the most genuine person I know. But anyway, but no, but they didn't spend the night, and see that was the difference, you know, because they were boys, and so therefore, when it came down to them spending the night and things of that nature, well, no, no, basically it was always going to be, you know, Patrick's crew and my crew, and yeah, the boys, nighttime or whatever, you know, they had to leave, or if they were over their house, they had to come on. So, but anyway, but regardless, they are all close. They're all close. Uh, so one of the things as a father, and I know all you fathers out there know this, you know, in terms of you know actually raising girls, is that you try to set an example for them because there's a lot of things they have to deal with. A lot of things, again, that they have to deal with. And so, one of the things that you want to turn around and do is make sure that you put an example in their lives to where they can actually see how a man actually should be. And it's not an easy task because there are so many things that they will have to deal with in life and also in terms of actually being presented with a what they call a really good man. And so I tried my darndest, as I know all my friends have, you know, and you, I'm not saying you don't set example for the boys because you need to show them how to be a good man. But I'm speaking of, you know, in terms of the girls from that aspect right now. And you know, there's just so much, so much, and you continue to really try to lay that example. Uh, my biggest regret is that I didn't give them the opportunity to have the example of a sustained longevity marriage. So there are things that I still have to give them and it just made it harder in order for me to be able to do that. But however, one of the things I thought about is you try to maybe kind of educate them on what to look for, the do's and the don'ts, and how you can potentially weed out, those bad seeds and recognize a good seed. So, what I plan to do, I'm gonna do a series of videos because I thought about, like just not for my girls, but just for ladies in general, because they all some father's daughter, and just information, things that you all should know, and things that will give you some insight on when you do come across a good man, and most important, to weed out all those bad seeds. Because this is the advice that any father would give to their daughters, and ladies, look for a series of videos I'm going to do, and I'm gonna give you that inside information, uh, and hopefully enough information for when you do encounter a good man that you can identify that. And there are a number of things that you can say, do. There are steps that can be taken in order to give you that information. Now, granted, nothing is 100%. So anything I say about men in a negative aspect doesn't mean that's 100%. Anything I say about men in the positive aspect doesn't mean that's 100%. But the percentage is high, and that's the reason why I'm going to give that information and really help you guys in identifying. Um, See, because I'm refraining from saying finding, because not that you all are looking. I'm not saying that, and you may be, but this is not information for you to be able to find a good. No, it's just information for you to be able to identify a good man from a bad man, and that's simple. So anyway, again, like I say, the tragedy that happened with Kobe did help to bring out, girl dads and girl dads all around the country. I salute you, and the ones that I know personally. We're all pretty much the same. One of the things that Ty said, I remember this during his retirement celebration. He said he's always tried to surround himself around men, good men that knows really and truly how to nurture and raise and care for their kids. And that was an important thing for him. And when I thought about it, I said, well, that's true because we're all pretty much like that. So it's good to see, the girl dads, you making your postings and things, uh, basically knowing that you're out there. Like I said, I've always known you're out there, but there's more recognition being brought about now. So I just want to again thank you, Kobe, for what you brought to the game, and thank you, Kobe, for what you brought to life. And I definitely missed you as a player in the game, and a multitude missed you as a person in life. So that's it for today. I am going to on Valentine's Day have something special. I guess it may kind of kick off the series of videos I'm gonna do, but something special for the ladies. So look for that. And until then, as I say, yo, go to the site and share the video And until I talk to you next time, yo, that's me out.